Have you ever had that experience where your favorite fragrance just vanishes before the day is even over? Well, today we're going to dive into the secrets of making your scent last. Let's get right into it. You know the feeling. You spray it on in the morning, you're feeling incredible, and then poof! By noon, it's like it was never even there. It's a super common frustration, but the fix is actually surprisingly simple once you get the science behind it. And look, it's not always about having to buy a more expensive or stronger perfume. The real secret, the game changer, is in the chemistry of the fragrance itself and how it actually interacts with your body. And that's a promise. We're going to break down the science, the lingo, and the techniques that will get you thinking like a fragrance pro, and, most importantly, keep you smelling great from morning all the way through the night. Okay, so let's start with the science. To really understand longevity, first we have to know the two basic types of fragrance you're going to find out there. So every perfume is basically a mix of perfume oil and some kind of carrier. For most sprays, that carrier is alcohol. And this is the key. Alcohol has a really low boiling point. So when it hits your warm skin, it evaporates super fast, carrying that scent into the air all around you. That's what creates that strong projection. Oils, on the other hand, they don't do that. They just kind of sit closer to the skin, which creates a more intimate scent that lasts way longer but doesn't really shout across a room. Think about it like you're cooking with wine. What's the first thing to burn off? The alcohol, right? It is exactly the same with perfume. The most volatile molecules, those are the top notes, and they're what you smell immediately. As they evaporate, you get to the middle notes. That's the heart of the fragrance. And what's left for hours and hours are those heavy, dense base notes, like a vanilla or a sandalwood. This whole thing is the perfume pyramid, and it dictates the entire life of a scent on your skin. Now that we've got the basic science down, let's decode the lingo. You'll hear these three words thrown around all the time, so let's just quickly break down what they actually mean. First up, projection. This is basically your scent bubble. Can someone smell it only when they lean in for a hug, or from an arm's length away? Or does it fill the entire room? That's projection. Next is sillage, and yep, it's pronounced sillage. It's a French word for that beautiful scent trail you leave behind when you walk past someone. You know, that fragrant wake that just kind of lingers in the air. And finally, longevity. Now, this is the big one we're really focused on today. It's simply the total time from that very first spray until the last, final trace of those base notes fades away. So, how do we use all this knowledge? Well, you might be surprised how a few tiny tweaks to your daily routine can dramatically, and I mean dramatically, change a perfume's performance. Okay, let's be real. We've all seen it, and most of us have probably done it. You spray one wrist and immediately press and rub it against the other. It just feels like the right thing to do, doesn't it? But it's actually working against you. Remember that perfume pyramid we just talked about? Well, rubbing creates friction and heat, which basically boils off all those delicate top notes way too soon before they've even had a chance to shine. You're literally fast-forwarding your fragrance and kind of dulling the whole experience. So instead, just gently tap your wrists together, or even better, just let them air dry. So, where should you be spraying? Pulse points, always. These are the spots where your blood vessels are closer to the skin, which means they create more heat. This warmth helps to gently diffuse and project the fragrance all day long, working with the perfume structure, not against it. All right, want to level up? Spraying your clothes is a fantastic trick. The fibers hold on to scent molecules for way longer than skin does. Just be careful with darker liquids that might stain. For a beautiful sillage, a light mist on your hair can work wonders. And for those really powerful fragrances, the spray and walk-through method is perfect. It creates a subtle all-over aura instead of one concentrated blast. But now it's time for the ultimate secret. The single biggest factor in making your fragrance last all day has absolutely nothing to do with the perfume itself. Nope, it all comes down to how you prep your skin. This is the core concept right here. Think about it. Dry skin is thirsty skin. It's just going to absorb the perfume's oils, making the scent disappear incredibly fast. Fragrance needs something to cling to, and moisturized, hydrated skin is the perfect anchor. This is truly the non-negotiable rule for longevity. And building that hydrated base is so easy. You can use an unscented body lotion so it doesn't fight with your perfume. Body oils are amazing for creating a rich, moisturized layer. And here's a pro tip. A tiny dab of a balm, or even just regular old Vaseline, on your pulse points before you spray creates this little barrier that gives the fragrance something to stick to for hours. So the winning formula is actually pretty simple, right? It's not about spraying more, it's about prepping your canvas, your skin, and then applying it correctly. If you get this right, you can make almost any fragrance perform better and last so much longer. So you now have the complete toolkit. You've got the science, the techniques, and the prep work. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to try layering with an oil, or are you finally going to stop rubbing your wrists? Go experiment, play around, and make your scent truly your own. Thanks for tuning in.